Zillow has just released their 5 big predictions for the year of 2023. We discussed it a little bit in a short that I posted on the channel earlier, but I just wanted to dive into each one of those topics a little bit more with you guys and give you a better understanding of what each one of those means. If you are new to the channel, we put out content each and every week discussing Delaware and Coastal Delaware real estate and all things real estate. If that's something that you find interest in or you'd like to see some more of, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, smash the notification bell next to it so you can stay in the loop each week we go live with new content. Now let's jump back in. So the first topic on the list that we're going to discuss is that Zillow is predicting that the Midwest is going to be a very hot market in 2023. The big reason there is that the Midwest didn't necessarily see a lot of the price increases that the rest of the nation saw or the more popular areas saw through the last 18 to 24 months. So the Midwest still has a few things that a lot of areas don't. They've still got some affordable housing, believe it or not, and their rents are still pretty low. So those are areas where you can still rent a home, put some money away, and then be able to purchase a home later on if buying is not in the cards for you right now. So the big prediction from Zillow is that the Midwest is going to be a popular spot for home buyers just because there's a lot of availability to get more things there than you can get in other areas. And they're just, like I said, it's going to be more affordable there than it is in a lot of other areas. Number 2 on Zillow's big predictions is that buying with friends and family is going to gain a lot of momentum. So they did a survey earlier this year where they saw that among recent home buyers, 18% of them had purchased with a friend or family member to help make that home a little bit more affordable. And they think that is only going to increase throughout 2023 as the question of affordability continues to be thrown around, and there's a lot of uncertainty with mortgage rates and housing prices and everything else. It's now the most expensive time to own a home as far as purchase price and mortgage rates both being elevated. So you're going to start to see and continue to see a lot more folks with friends and family going in together to purchase homes just so that they can split up that cost and make it more affordable for each one of them. Number 3, and what is probably the hottest topic in this list, I mentioned it briefly with number 2, but the one that I definitely agree with Zillow on is that the affordability is going to stabilize, if not get better. So the big thing to consider there is as mortgage rates are anticipated to come down a little bit, housing prices are going to level off just because you're going to have less people in the market. Maybe they found a rental or something, and you've got builders still building homes. So you're going to have a lot of affordability come back into scope for a lot of people as those interest rates continue to come down a little bit. It's going to make things a lot easier for those of you that have maybe put off buying for a little while. Maybe you've been put on the sidelines because of interest rates and prices being so high. But as those interest rates continue to tick back down, we've seen them come down a little bit over the last few weeks, but as they continue to tick back down, it's only going to increase the affordability of homes for those looking to get into the market, or maybe, again, you've been sidelined already. So for those of you that are looking to buy, we're anticipating right around Q2 of next year to be a pretty hot time to be buying. Prices will have leveled off by then, and the mortgage rates will be a lot more friendly at that point. So if you're, again, being put on the sidelines because of affordability, just hang tight. I think Q2 of next year is going to be a big time for a lot of you just because it's going to be a perfect storm of, again, prices finally stabilizing and mortgage rates being back down a little bit. Number 4 on the list, and what I've been talking to folks a lot about, is I think we're going to see a surge in first-time landlords. And the big reason being there that a lot of those folks that have either been in place for a while and refinanced when we had those really historically low rates throughout 2020, 2021, and even the start of this year, 2022, a lot of those folks that are locked in at 2.5% to 3.5% rates, their payments are very affordable. So with where rents have gotten to over the last couple of years, they're at historic highs. So a lot of those folks, instead of selling their home, when they go to look to upsize or downsize, more than likely they're just going to say, okay, well, I'm just going to rent my current primary residence out and then go buy another home to call my primary residence, because now I can more than make my monthly expense number with rent. So there's going to be a lot of people that look to do that, particularly here in the beach market where short-term vacation rentals are so popular. I think we're going to see a ton of those people look to capitalize on that market and try and make a little bit of extra coin on the side. Renting out what was their primary is now a rental property for them. It has been a low-cost way for a lot of folks to get into the rental market because, a lot of these folks could have purchased those homes with 3.5%, 5% down, and now all of a sudden 2 years later they're going to be looking to move on to something new, and they've now got an investment property where they only had to put 3.5% to 5% down, where in a normal investment property situation you're more than likely looking at 20 to 25% down. So it's going to be, like I said, a wave of new first-time landlords coming into the market. Whether they're long-term or short-term, I think is going to be dependent on the area that you're in. But I think here at the beaches, we'll see a new crop of short-term rentals coming on the market, as we do every year, as people decide to look towards making a little bit of extra income from their home. The fifth prediction from Zillow is that the new construction strength will be in rentals. Now, what they mean by that is that you're going to see a lot of the single-family home builders pull back their numbers a little bit. They're not going to be as aggressive with new construction starts. They're not going to be trying to build as many homes as fast as possible. That may be the case a little bit here at the beach because we still do have a good amount of people moving to the area. But as we start to see new single-family home construction, those numbers recede a little bit. You'll start to see, a lot of the multifamily shine because you've got a lot of investors that want to get into the market, and a lot of those builders are going to turn to multifamily to help, further their product a little bit. So the Zillow big prediction there is that the new construction will shift from single family to multifamily, and that way you can get those landlords into those spots and to produce more rental situations for those looking to rent and not purchase. Again, we don't have much new multifamily here at the beaches, but this isn't necessarily just at the beach market they're considering. So, this is nationwide, and I think that they're probably pretty spot on that, as things kind of change and you build more renters in, I think that the multifamily market is certainly just going to keep getting stronger and stronger as we go along. That's going to do it on today's big predictions from Zillow and what Zillow thinks is going to happen throughout 2023. If you have enjoyed the content today, or if you would like to see more content like this, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below and smash that notification bell next to it so you can stay in the loop each week when we go live with new content. And then if you are someone that's looking to buy or sell here in Coastal Delaware, all of my information is down below in the description and here on the screen. I love hearing from you guys on the channel, and I love working with clients from YouTube, so please do not hesitate to reach out. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Peace.